Hey, this is Ark, coming at you with a commentary of postness. So yeah, this is a battle I played a little bit ago. I got my 2 bow warrior monks. I got my 3 Yariashikaru, 4 katanas, and then my 4 Naginata samurai with a fire cav on the left flank. My opponent blacked out all his flags because he's using a monk spam. He's a Naginata. I'm gonna just send up this fire cav to capture this, dismount, and take these guys out. He does have all these Naginata warrior monks, along with monk cav. He has a very monk heavy build here. So all I have to do is since I do have the bow supremacy, I'm going to move my army to get on an even playing field with him and start basically just shooting at him with my bows. I think I do, yeah, I move them back so I can just constantly shoot and I don't have to, you know, move back or whatever. You can see my fire cav easily taking out these Naginata attendants, and I think this is a sword dojo, so I'm gonna want to have that. I'm also gonna be taking the farmhouse, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm within range. I think his bow. He does have a bow. I think it's a bow warrior. No, it's not. I don't know what it was. Oh, it must have been like friendly fire or something like that. But he does have a melee general, so that's gonna be very deadly. I think he's a 8-star or something. I'll go ahead and take this sword dojo. And he's going to instantly rush me because I'm going to slowly start picking away at his troops. I think the building's actually blocking some of the arrows from hitting, so it's not doing as much damage. But as you can tell, when they get within a certain distance or whatever, it's going to start ripping to shreds these warrior monks. I go ahead and set up my standard Yari wall here to block the attack. He does try going flank around, which in fact is actually an extremely bad idea because now I have the downhill fight here. He does try to do a flank, but this is so much of an incline that his men are going to get tired, and also, yeah, I think his guys are already tired by the time they hit me. My fire cav does get destroyed. I mean, I wasn't counting on them winning too much. I go ahead and pull these Naginatas to go ahead and pull around and flank. It was a good thing he did flank around, but unfortunately, it's not too good to go up against this high slope. I did purposely pick this position for that reason. He does charge in and get my bows, but I bring back some Yariashikaru since they weren't really in the fight, as my katanas are kind of just, you know, wiping the ground. I bring these also more Naginatas that were in reserve to go ahead and take out his monk cav, and I don't know where his general is. I think this Naginata just sits there and eventually routs. My general will be fine through this though, and basically his cav's gonna run around for a while. Once his rally wears off, it's game over. It's one way to defeat a heavy monk spam is to just get superior positioning. It helped me a lot, and also if you're monk spamming, you don't want to wear out your troops before they even get to the fight. Which could be a pretty serious issue since, you know, these men were already tired by the time they even hit my lines. My men are going to end up doing better even though they're not necessarily as high of attack or anything. So you can see I took out all his monks and it's just taking out his cav from here on out. I think it randomly ended. It was kind of weird in that match. But yeah, let me get you the second game I have here. I think it's a pretty good one. I'm not sure. If it's bad, then oh well. So, be right back. Hey, this is Ark, and I'm coming at you with the second match of this video. Same build, basically. I think actually it has an extra katana samurai, because of the not as much chevronage in my army. I got the Daikyu Samurai and the Bow Warrior Monks. That's kind of my how I switch off two Bow Warrior Monks, or a Bow Warrior Monk and a Daikyu. I only have 4 units that are the 175/200. But I also have my Yari Cav in the forest here. My opponent went for some Yari Ashigaru and Naginata army with some katanas and I think a couple lone swords. Yeah, there's a lone sword there. He has some katana cav, which could do some real damage against regular infantry. He has a Yari Ashigaru to go ahead and capture the archery dojo, which is probably not the best idea, but you know, whatever. He has 2 bow cav that will become an annoyance in my army. But besides that, they don't really do much. As you can see, he brings up his Yari Ashigaru to start capturing the shrine. This is actually a pretty smart idea. Pretty soon he puts it into a loose formation so he doesn't get as many deaths from it. So you want to put your guys loose formation, so there he's not going to get as many casualties as he normally would have, but he'll still be able to take this shrine. And if I don't charge up, then he's going to take it. I think he has a bow samurai, so I outrange him in the bow department. So I'm going to play this match very defensively. I do notice he brings one of his katana, or his 2 katana calves over here. So I go ahead and charge in my Yari Cav, considering a Yari Cav will defeat 2 katanas pretty good. And since they did get the charge, they'll do a lot better than the regular katana cav. He does send up his Yari Ashigaru in a fake. I pull back my Bow Warrior Monks and put on Spear Wall. Oh, I also have my long Yari Ashigaru, nicknamed Step Off Me Bro. That guy is very effective. Oh, I guess I do have 4 Yari Ashigaru, so I have a huge chevron difference. This Yari Ashigaru right here does get worn down quite a bit by these bow cav, which I don't really deal with for quite a while. I probably should have sent one of my Daikyu or something like that to engage it. I think I start I do start engaging on his bow samurai. Also, another good decision I could have done was start firing on his lone swords and his katanas, because these katanas over here are pretty effective, and I do have within range of most of them. I'm going to pull them back because he's setting up his Yari Ashigaru again. You know, back and forth, back and forth. I also set these guys in spread formation because he was also targeting these guys. Pretty soon, I think I do turn him around and start engaging these bow cav. At this point, it's kind of just a back and forth. He captured both of the positions. I took out, let's see. So he did send in some Naginata Samurai. I took out one of his katanas and katana cav and eliminated half of another. Right here you can see that I turned my guys around to engage the bow cav. I move up my spear wall just so I can fit these guys in better to right there. I get a little taste of that Yari Ashigaru before he runs off. And this is going to be my new lines. I do turn these guys around because I think his bows are pretty much dead. Yeah, they're about half strength, so they aren't going to do much. I end up probably eventually, soon, I turn around one of them to start engaging this bow cav. He is trying to hit my general, but I do have a katana samurai that will take up some of that fire. Pretty soon, I think I start engaging these guys, and they're gonna whittle them down pretty good. Kind of looks like a cool design. His Yari Ashigaru is wavering pretty much from my guys are, you know, right there, and they're turned around. I just noticed that they were turned around, but you know, oh well. I do send in my Yari wall back so I can because he is attacking me, and I don't want to have him get any advantage on this wall here. I start destroying his bow cav. I think his bow cav's actually routed. Yeah, one of his bow cav routed. And I'm going to send my Yari wall to kind of cover this flank along with this katana samurai. This is probably not the best position I could have chose since he is getting that downhill charge. But, you know what, that'll be okay. I go ahead and pop a rally. I probably should have inspired this long Yari Ashigaru, because this guy's going to get a lot of units poured down on him. I sent in my katanas to go ahead and start taking him out. And this unit right here was already wavering. He tries flanking around my units, so I send in some Naginata samurais. You notice there is a small hill, so that could affect, but they are only Lone Sword Ashigaru, and my Naginatas have more attack than them, and just a slight bit more men. My opponent does have a melee slash archery general, and so he's not going to be able to do much considering most of my army is pretty well armored. He does hit some whistling arrows on me, so some of my men will be a little weirded out by that. He does send a Yari Ashigaru up the back, but I had some reserves. He did catch one of my bows, but at this point my bows aren't really in my army anymore. I'm mostly just focused on the melee fight. I think his bow cav, he leaves this bow cav out here. He forgets about it. I think pretty soon I start wrapping up the right side since he didn't send very much at me there. Go ahead and wrap up the right side. Over here you can see I'm winning slightly, and actually it says it's losing. So right here it's losing because of how many katanas, and I think it has a couple katana cav in there. But considering I have this right side taken out, I can start slowly enveloping this side of the army. And also I focused all my bows, which probably wasn't the best idea to start shooting his general, but I think it was good because I chased him off. And so now this side of his army is not as, won't have as much morale, considering how far away from the general he is. I do take out this lone sword that kind of relieves this flank to start enveloping this katana samurai and Naginata samurai. So I'm attacking him from the back. I think this is a replay bug, or not, or something. I think my bows end up running out of ammunition, so I just send him into the fight. His middle is taken out, and his left flank is only left. But I do now have most of their guys routing. He charges into his general, but I hit him with my Naginata samurai. He does have this bow cav, so I bring back one of my Naginatas to cover in case he hits my general. And by this point, his left flank is pretty much destroyed. This katana samurai is kind of glitched, and his army was taken out. That was kind of a tough build to face. It kind of copied mine. What kind of helped me was taking out his katana cav in the very beginning. He didn't have very many bows, so once I took out his bow his bow units, I was able to rain down fire. He did have some bow cav around the back, but once I dealt with that, that was, you know, pretty much it. I had a decent position. Probably could have chose a better position, but again, I outflanked the right. I sent my army around the right flank since I was able to defeat his side very easily on the right flank because he didn't really send all his units there. Good game to my opponent, and that's it for now. So yeah, have fun.